Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Coffee with Carl. I am your host, Carl Zoellner, one of the attorneys with Anderson Business Advisors, and wanted to thank you for joining me today. Wanted to encourage you to like, subscribe, share with a friend, because ultimately we're creating free content because we like to provide free content. I wanted to continue with my sort of platinum question series here, where I'm just reading platinum questions and going over the analysis with them and with y'all, so you can sort of see the different pieces involved. As always, I'm not going to use any client's name. I'm just going to use the question, and I'll go through sort of what we had to look at to get to an answer here. So this one is a continuation of a question. So for those of you who don't know, if you respond to your platinum question after it's answered, we usually leave it open for a few days. So you can do that. If you respond, we'll respond back to you. We're not going to do that endlessly, of course, because that would just create endless dialogues between many clients. So keep that in mind, but we will get back to you. Question here is, can I reduce? So there's an existing question that's talking about a land purchase. So it starts out with, thank you for the response. Can I reduce the contract price by removing the commission? Okay. So to give you a little more background, this client looks like they're a broker. There is a retirement account involved, which makes the commission problematic, because if you're charging a commission on behalf of the business you're doing on or for your retirement account, it's actually a prohibited transaction. So that's a sort of a sub issue here. The question continues, the example, $2.5 million contract price. If they remove the broker fee of $62,500, the new contract price would be $2,437,000 and $500. If no, can I extend the feasibility period? So like I said, there's a couple of sub issues going on here because there's a retirement account involved. So number one would be, really, you can't charge a commission and remain square of the prohibited transaction rules. As far as the feasibility period goes, I don't know of a reason. I didn't see any other facts in the prior question that would let me know that there's some reason you couldn't extend the feasibility period. So at the bottom, so at the end of this question, it says, if yes, I may consider removing the broker fee and try a combination of reducing the price and extending the feasibility period. So yeah, I think both of those things are possible. Like I said, the real sub issue that kind of turns out to be the primary issue is you can't charge a commission or a fee or a brokerage fee if you're acting as the broker on behalf of your retirement account investment. So good question. Like I said, a little bit of a weird one and a little bit of a winding question, because you have to actually go look at some of the other sub questions to understand the complete picture there. But overall, I think it's a good illustration of this is why you ask the question, because ultimately, if you didn't know that's a prohibited transaction, you might be walking yourself into one. So I think that was a good one to go over. And yeah, like I said, so in working with a retirement account, specifically your retirement account, can't charge an agent fee, can't charge management fee if you're managing the property, things like that. So just to be aware, those are prohibited in retirement accounts. So like I said, this one's an interesting illustration of somebody asking a question. And like I said, a sub issue actually sort of being the primary there versus the actual sort of structure of the deal. It feels like this person thinks the structure of the deal is the problem. So it's a good thing they sent it, because now we can tell them, structure the deal basically however you want. Just realize you can't take a fee for it, which is good, because it sounds like that's the route they were going anyways, to sort of sweeten the pot for whoever's buying it. So very good. All right. Well, that's it for this episode. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Remember, like, subscribe, share with a friend, and we will catch you on the next one. Thanks, everybody.